G'day and welcome to another edition of the Aussie Ideas Man. I've had nothing to make videos on Aptera about for nearly a month, and so I decided to make this video just for something to do, for a bit of practice at making videos. And it's just a little story about me going to get a Big Mac one night, a free Big Mac, and being refused it when I got there. So I drove nearly 4 kilometres there and back for nothing. And so I just thought I'd tell people about it. I'm not telling anybody whether to buy at McDonald's or not. People can just take this as information any way they want. As I said, it's just practice for me at making videos. And already in putting this together, I've found I've forgotten a lot of things about the editing program that I use. And pretty soon I'll be back to making videos about Aptera. Hopefully something will start happening in the next week or so. Well, I'll start by showing all 6 screenshots that I took that were on my phone. Might have been my wife's phone, I can't remember. This has been a few days. I've had better things to do over the last few days than to do this. And really, I have better things to do most of the time, but I thought I'd sneak this one in. And these are half a dozen screenshots that I took just to prove that there was a free Big Mac on offer. And it was on the day that I got in the car and drove down expecting to pick it up. Now, I'm talking right off the cuff, so nothing has been prearranged. I've just ordered my screenshots here on one page in the editing page. Haven't really looked at them for days, but I'll try to explain what happened. First of all, the Broncos won. They're a rugby league team in Queensland. They won the premiership, and we get this free Big Mac that you can see on most of these. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one along, pick up only, free Big Mac. Okay, and it says in the little blueprint down there, I might see if I can put new expanded screenshots with highlights to show these things. But it says that it expires on that day, and so I put in an order, and you can see on the second and third from the left that the order was there. It's showing one item, order's been made, and so I jump in the car and go. It had been made. Later on, well, I should say the first one on the left is basically what I showed them, and it still hadn't got to a point where it showed a code or anything like that. So I asked the girl behind the counter, how do I complete this thing, even though those other pages showed that I had made an order. But I thought I needed to have a number code. This is what usually happens. And I said, how do I get to the code? And this particular thing, when I showed it to her, didn't have that little sign. I'd come home later and brought back this up, and it now has this sign that says that it's not available. But at the time, I don't believe it had that sign there. So I'm going, let's complete this on the phone and get the Big Mac. And then she said, oh, I can't do that. It's gone off. And I went, no, it hasn't. It expires today. It's still today. And she says, I'll have to get the manager. So I wait, and the manager comes, and she says, oh, yes, I can't do anything about it. We've had quite a few people come up already, and we've just had to tell them that all they can do is complain to the managers of McDonald's, because as manager of this Springwood McDonald's shop, store, I can't give away any free Big Macs. I just have to say, complain to McDonald's management. And so I thought, well, there's probably hundreds of people around Queensland who have complained to the big management, and it's probably fallen on deaf ears. And so my complaints aren't going to do anything. So I may as well use this just as an opportunity to relate what's happened. As I said, people can do what they want with it. It's only information. It's only something for me to practice making a video, since for nearly a month I've actually been well out of practice. So anyway, we'll continue on from there. I go home and I tell my family I've been deceived. I told them that's what happened. I've been deceived. I expected, and now I'll tell you this. I'm a retired computer programmer. I know a bit about programs that need to be user friendly. And I say I'm deceived because this should have told me before I got in the car and went down to pick it up. It should have told me that the thing might have timed out at, say, 6 p.m. on that day. And it should have actually said, to be user friendly, expires at a certain date on that day, not just expires today. All of these things, what I'm saying is the program itself, and I'm an experienced programmer. I know about what should be user friendly and what shouldn't deceive people and what shouldn't put people out. That this doesn't measure up as a good program. And I think, okay, third one along says my deals, and I just have that there because the third item in that third one from the left is saying free Big Mac. And as I said at the bottom, because I got home and it's already there, you can see the order is there. But there was one I was trying to look at. Oh yeah, there's one that I see as a reason why the thing is a little deceptive and makes people go down even though there's nothing available. And that's the first one on the left where it does say order more. You can actually hit that button and order more. And if you go down and you've wasted your time driving down for nothing, you're a little more likely to order more. A lot more likely than if it had been user friendly and told you that when it first says there's a free Big Mac, that it's not available. The most user friendly would be to not even have the free Big Mac in this third one along, my deals offer. And this is after I've got back and I've been told that it's not available, all of that. It's still showing free Big Mac there. Apps should be user friendly. Apps should go as soon as the free Big Mac is off. That third little thing in the My Deals section should disappear for everybody in Queensland. No longer there. And things like that. So I won't explain any further. I've got it off my chest. I am complaining, but not so much about the fact that I'd wasted my time going down for a free Big Mac, but for everybody who is deceived in this way. And in my mind, my personal opinion is that it is deceptive. It's as if they're paying monkeys for their apps developers. Or, as I said, because that order more situation is still there, that they are hoping to just pick up on suckers buying more. Well, that's all from me. Hopefully in a week's time I'll get back to making another one of the nearly 200 Aptera videos that I make. This is just a one-off. I'm not suggesting anybody do anything. You decide for yourself. But as for me, I'm less inclined to actually, when I'm out and I need to buy, I'm much less inclined now to use McDonald's. I hopefully will use somebody like KFC or Hungry Jack's or any of a plethora of other, I should say, plethora of other fast food places to make my occasional purchases. I'm getting thirsty and tongue-tied, so that's it for me. Stay safe. See you later.